Hi everybody, welcome back to Four Pegs. Yet again, we have Mitch with us out of 8-Ball Brewery in Newport, Kentucky. Now, we've gotten into this a little bit, but I hear you do some special things with your beers. And
We have taken several of our beers, most of our beers that we've made, we've barrel aged, including Tarnished, the first beer that we tried a couple times back. It's a golden ale, for those that didn't see. It's aged in bourbon barrels. It's actually OKI bourbon long story short, we are the same company as New Riff Distilling, so for now, while we're making our own bourbon and sitting on it for 5 years, we've purchased some bourbon out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. When you do that, you get the barrel as well. Long story short again is that Larry Ebersold, the master distiller, was our consultant. So there's a link between the bourbon that we're buying and the guy that we're working with now. So fabulous whiskey equals fabulous barrel-aged beers. So we're really lucky there. Take Tarnish, put it in the barrels for about 3 to 4 months. Out comes reintarnation. That's a product that we release every 3 to 4 months because that's how long it takes. We do a small bottle release. It's the only packaged product we have. Last time we did 250 bottles. I mean, it didn't even leave.
oh wow,
It didn't leave the city. You know?
yeah,
We've done many other beers, but again, that was the only one that we packaged. And luckily, not knowing, we ended up winning a medal at the GABF for that beer. So it's pretty cool. We got lucky.
yeah. Hooray for happy accidents, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we love barrel aging our beers. So keep looking for more of them. I'm excited about a mild that we put in a rye barrel. We're gonna call it a rye-old.
Now, that hits home. I also love rye whiskey, so
Yes, so do I.
yeah, I know. I'm actually a bad Kentucky, and I prefer rye whiskey over bourbon, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the purpose we have you here for today. What are we drinking?
Red Drink. Very, thought out name. We took a lot of time to think about this one. This is a red IPA. Instead of getting into the IPA category, let's try and, make it a little bit different because there's a lot of IPAs out there, which I love, but when you're trying to sell the beer, it's nice to have something, a little bit different.
Yeah, you want to separate yourselves. And
Yeah, so throw a little caramel malt in there and you've got a totally different beer. Lots of caramel, it's 70 IBUs, so it's up there, but it doesn't taste like 70 IBUs because of all the caramel malt that's in there. It's a single hop beer, it's all Centennial. Centennial is a great hop, so why not use that? It goes great with caramel beers, I think, personally.
you brought us a beer, so why don't you do the honors?
I'll do that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Centennial being very grassy in the nose. Get that caramel sweetness on the back end that's pretty heavy, but I don't think it lingers. It's dry enough to, keep you drinking more, but that caramel sweetness lingers to the point where one of the points with this beer was to maybe take a non-IPA drinker and make them an IPA drinker, because this is just different enough to skew that real bitter, negative connotation that we like, but people that don't like IPAs, that's normally what they complain about, is the bitterness. So you can kind of mask that a little bit with that caramel malt and still give that nice hop profile. It's kind of a little bit chewy as well, enough body, but it dries up in the end.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan. I'd tell you if I wasn't.
Please do, yeah. Glad you like it.
No, it's tasty.
Yeah, we try to do that with all of our beers, or I should say our house beers. We tried lining them up to be beers that would turn non-craft beer drinkers into craft beer drinkers, maybe.
Kind of the crossover, the gateway beer.
Yeah, but still please myself, of course.
Oh yeah.
And you and others.
You have to keep your core group happy, but anytime you can lure somebody else in, always a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Again,
cheers.
Another very solid production, and cheers to a better beer.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers.